Mais um vídeo da série com mais um vídeo da série com a lenda da hipnose Anthony Jacquin. Nessa parte do nosso bate-papo, a gente comenta um pouco sobre o papel da pessoa que está sendo hipnotizada. Muita gente acha que a pessoa que está sendo hipnotizada ela tem um papel totalmente passivo, né? Ela fica lá tipo um zumbi enquanto o hipnotista controla a mente dela. E na verdade é exatamente o contrário, né? O hipnotista ele simplesmente guia a pessoa e a pessoa tem um papel totalmente ativo, né? Aquilo é resultado da mente da própria pessoa e não de um controle do hipnotista e não da mente do hipnotista. Então aproveita o vídeo aí que mais uma vez está muito legal, hipnose de alto nível sempre aqui.
Okay, you know already I'm a big fan of yours, not only because of your street hypnosis, but also because of your view of hypnosis. I'm very skeptical about some things as well, and I think just like you, it's just suggestions. Like an induction, it's a great suggestion, and it's nice to do. It works well, but I think one of the biggest problems of the neophyte hypnotist is to think that the induction is some kind of switch from the conscious mind to the unconscious mind, and they don't appreciate that they don't care for little things that are very important.
Yeah.
Like the preset and some other things.
Yeah.
So I think that's the biggest problem about the neophyte hypnotist, and I'd like to know what you think. Like, it could be like one more problem about that, about trying to hypnotize without really not knowing, because no one really knows.
Well, it's particularly a problem for people when they start, because their focus is whether the person is in or not. You've just attended an event here in Brasilia that, despite me, clarifying my position several times over the weekend, right to the end, questions keep coming about this notion of, does that mean I'm in hypnosis or not? Am I in a trance or not? So again, the reason inductions appear to transform someone's state is because they're made of suggestions, instructions, and sometimes just blatant encouragement to look a certain way and experience the effect of those suggestions. But what happens before the induction, you use the term a preset, the way you set things up is important.
I got this term from your book, Reality Explained.
Yeah, it's the way you set things up. And even since I wrote the book, to be honest, actually clarifying the subject's role for them. Because it's a simple fact that many people you're going to hypnotize don't understand what their role is. They're not resistant.
They just don't understand.
They just don't understand. They may think their role is completely passive, that there's nothing to do other than sit and wait. Actually, hypnosis, although it may not look this way, depending on how it's presented, hypnosis is always collaborative. The subject may sit in a chair like this and respond to your suggestions automatically, but in there is a perfectly awake, active agent.
It must be responsive.
Yeah, who is responding, and they're not just responding. They want to respond appropriately. They want to have the experience. They want to enjoy the benefits of hypnosis or therapy. They're an active, collaborative agent. This doesn't mean they're just pretending, but it does mean they're trying to kind of figure out what your suggestions mean or what an appropriate response might be. So framing things in the right way is important. It's something that can almost become scripted in the end, but it's important that the subject understands. You'll have more success if people realise their role is not passive. There's a wonderful paper by Gorosini, one of a great academic of hypnosis, who showed that 50% of people you try to hypnotise believe their role is completely passive. They're just sitting and waiting. So you have the potential to double your success rate if you just say, hypnosis is a collaborative event. What I mean by that is this. I'm going to give you some instructions. If I ask you to imagine something, do your best to imagine it. It doesn't have to be perfectly vivid or real. And if I ask you to find a feeling, do your best to find that feeling. Do you understand? They say yes, and then we just move on from there.